JD Oliva, author, uh, wrestling and, amateur wrestling commentator, all around just nerdy guy, co-host of
Thanks.
Superhero Speak. Hey, we're about that life here. So, JD, welcome. Thank you
Thanks,
very
man.
much. Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you got some stuff going on, and you're always interesting to have on. So anytime. So tell us, before we get into this week's Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode, before we talk about that, let's talk about what you got going on, JD. So what you got going on?
Yeah, on Monday, I'm launching another Kickstarter for a brand new novel. It's called Sundown. It's book 5 in my Books of Jericho series. It's a this time it's a vampire supernatural thriller
Mm-hmm.
story, and it's a lot of fun. We had a lot of success with the Harvest Moon Kickstarter last fall, and
Mm-hmm.
for the business, I'm thinking about doing these once every quarter from now on. So I've got a nice little backlog of stuff where I can just kind of keep putting this stuff out every couple of months. And
Yeah.
yeah, man, I'm excited. Looking forward to launching the new Kickstarter, getting some more work out there. We've got now at the top of this book, I've got like 3 or 4 short stories that are going to be used as like, to kind of grease the wheels a little bit, get more people
Mm-hmm.
involved, get more people active, and might have a couple of little stretch goal surprises. So I'm excited. I love writing. I love talking about nerd stuff. I love talking about
Yeah.
all of everything.
Yeah, definitely. And I can attest, if you haven't heard this from me before, I've actually, read a couple of JD's books. Last one I read was Apex. They're real quick reads. And what I mean by that is like I can usually do them in a day or so, and not because they're super short, but, really interesting stuff and it's just easy to read. He does a great job, JD. So
Hey,
absolutely.
I
And
pride myself on being digestible as an author. Is like,
yeah.
I like to write stuff that you can knock out pretty quickly.
Yeah, yeah, and because it just gets you excited, for the next one and so on and so forth. So awesome stuff. Well, with this new Kickstarter going on, someone I read Conspiracy Theory, I read Apex. You said this time it's a vampire. So what
Well,
can you
this
tell us?
this is going to be book. So you've read Conspiracy Theory, which was the old initial start to the Books of Jericho. I actually rewrote that one. The book is now called the Book of Jericho. I boosted that book up. So if you're interested, if anyone who's never read anything, it's real simple. Jump on the Kickstarter, and that one's $1. So you get a full
Yeah.
novel for $1. And the other 5 are available right there. The most expensive one is, of course, the brand new one because I'm
Hmm.
trying to generate business to it. But they're really easy to pick up. Like this is the 5th book in that series. Apex is something separate. I'm actually going to retackle that series. They didn't do very well, quite frankly. New titles, new
Mm.
covers, re-editing, and launch those as a separate one probably in the summertime. But yeah, this is supernatural thriller. This is what if John Wick worked the X Files,
Yeah.
and it's an assassin who gets hired to do more kind of fixer work, and he finds himself kind of always aligned against these supernatural threats. And this time around, he's got to deal with a coven of vampires that are actually existing today as a like a multi-level marketing scam. So
Okay.
they're marketing a health food supplement, and it takes place at the beginning of the COVID pandemic. And this was a lot of fun to write.
Ah.
This is actually the longest book I've ever written. It's twice as long as Harvest Moon, and not because I'm padding it. I turned out I had a lot of things to say about vampires and multi-level marketing. Like I
Yeah.
surprised myself. I surprised myself. So but I got the reviews back already from my advanced readers, and they all really liked it. My editor said it's the best book I've written. So I'm really excited
Awesome.
for this one. So I'm
Listen, you
super
you
pumped.
you gotta have. I mean, this is a joke, so don't do this. But this is a joke. But like, you have to have a line in there where the guy's like, "That's right, Amway, Am square."
Now I wish I had. That's a pretty funny line actually. But yeah,
Uh,
it's good, and we got some cool stuff going on. Where one thing that was really popular last time is I said, oh, give me $250, you could be a victim in the novel, and I sold 3 of those. So I was like, all right, we're
yeah.
bringing that back. My
Yeah.
co-host on Superhero Speak, John O'Grady, got super into that, and he wants to be killed again. So I'm like, hey man, as long as you're willing to pony it up, I'll keep on killing you. So
Yeah.
that's fun. So it gives you it's
Amway
cool.
Corporation brought him back to life.
It'd
Yeah.
be a
I've
different
spent.
guy with the same name and the same exact description. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun. These are really fun books to write. I enjoyed the subject matter. I've got probably like 3 more in me with this character. It happens.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Prepaid legal is coming for your brain.
That's so funny because I've sold prepaid. I've been in the whole the multi-tier marketing
I
pyramid scheme.
I
So I
worked
can,
for Ambit. I
yeah,
sold Ambit Energy after college. It was a waste of my time, energy, and life. So
yeah.
it kind of was one of the inspirations for doing this.
I'm
This
Cutco Knives Man.
I
Oh
bought
my
Cutco
God.
knives, so
I'm about to say
I've been
you're
Now
there.
hitting
listen,
all of them.
listen. They will cut the shit out of shit, but
Oh
I'm not
yeah.
about to
Oh,
pay no $350 for no goddamn set. Okay, and
I was trying to help a friend from high school, and we bought one steak knife, and I managed to make sure that I use that steak knife every opportunity I
yeah,
get
yeah,
because it's insanely expensive. But it cuts the shit out of everything.
yeah,
It's
right.
the best thing I own.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
So
mean,
yeah.
I don't know how this turned into a Cutco commercial, but like I also sold them for a short time, and and you had to buy the whole set, and I ponied up for the whole set, and then obviously after about 2 weeks, I was like, okay, this is stupid, and I ended up giving them to my parents, and yeah, they still
It's
use
still
them.
on
They
the wall.
still, yeah,
I mean, they work. Like I don't think anything in this book is going to be quite that effective, but I mean,
right,
it's a fun story, man. I'm
Acai
excited to get it
berry
out there.
juice. Yeah, listen, I've tried to make some. I tried to make some money in my life, and it seems that and multi-level marketing schemes
mm-hmm. Oh
always
yeah.
hit me up, so I'm familiar.
So I can imagine that's really interesting. So hook vampires into that, and then yeah, that's awesome. All right, good stuff. Omega Level Nerd D Square here. I hope you enjoyed this little excerpt from our show, the Omega Level Nerds podcast. I really do appreciate you checking us out. If you like what you watched today, then please check us out. There is the link to the whole entire show, over an hour's worth of some nerdy goodness for you. So definitely hope you check it out. Well, thank you very much. As always, peace and love. We'll talk to you again soon.